All right, and you just guys got to say got it, just to note that the video is being recorded and it is streamed live to YouTube. And I'm going to pull up my YouTube real quick so that I can put a link there as well. All right, and you just guys got to say got it, just to note that the video is, there we go, and then join Zoom here. All right, here we go. Well, first and foremost, let me thank each and every single one of you guys for investing a little bit of your time with me. I am excited to share with you my thoughts around content marketing and growing your brand using content strategically. And I'm going to show you everything that I can in the next 60 minutes or so, answer any questions that you may have. So you guys are free to ask any questions. If you don't want to be on camera, I get it. So you can post your questions in the comments and in the chat, and then I can respond to them there. So really quickly, content marketing is one of those things that I've used over the last several years to really grow my brand. My biggest brand I built in a financial education space, and that page currently sits at about 121,000 followers. My YouTube channel is sitting at just shy of 5,000 subscribers, but Facebook has always been my primary platform. We got a few Instagram profiles, and collectively between the three of them, they may be at 3,500 followers or something like that. Not a ton, but I've literally been able to build a solid 4-figure monthly residual income through using Facebook, primarily with a little bit of YouTube sprinkled in, and I'm just starting to dabble with Instagram now more consistently. But what I'm going to show you tonight is how to focus on one platform, but still post with some level of consistency and regularity to other platforms as well, to maintain a presence there, even if you're not focused on those platforms. So there's a couple things that I really want you guys to understand is that first and foremost, no matter what it is that you sell in your business, you're in 3 businesses before you even get to that point. First and foremost, you are in a relationship business, right? And everybody that is using social media for business, almost 9 out of 10 people are using it incorrectly. The number one reason you should be using social media is to build relationships. The second business that you're in is you're in a media business, right? I don't care what product or service you sell, you need to wrap your mind around that you are a media company / in my case, digital marketing company. I'm a media company / financial education company, right? And then the third business that you must reconcile with is the fact that you are also in a tech business, right? You are a technology company, whether you want to be or not. It really baffles me that in 2022, people are still saying that I don't do the internet, I don't do computers, right? And these are entrepreneurs I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the person who's going to work every day and not thinking about building a business. You cannot build a business in the 21st century without technology. You cannot build a business in the 21st century without media, and you cannot build a business in the 21st century without relationships. So keep that at the front of your mind as we get into content marketing strategies. The primary message or reason for your content is to create engagement for the purpose of building relationships, because I cannot adequately recommend a product or service to you, whether it's a product that I sell or not, if I do not have a relationship with you and understand that what your pain points are and what the problems that you have. That comes through relationship. right? So keep that in mind as we go into some screen share, and I just kind of walk you through how I approach content marketing. I'm gonna give you guys a ton of resources. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you might want to jump inside of the actual Zoom room so that you can get some of these links that I'm going to be sharing inside the Zoom room. When you look at content marketing or building a brand using content, then consistency is key. You guys have probably all heard it from lots of different coaches, trainers, influencers. You have to be consistent, but very few people talk about the three primary forms of consistency that makes all the difference in the world. Most people talk about the first form of consistency, and that is your quantity, right? How often and how much do you post, right? And that is determined by you, your level of ambition, sometimes your industry, your schedule, all sorts of things, right? We will tend to say as marketing coaches that you should be posting 5 to 7 times a day, right? Breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, snack, and that gives you 5 or 6 posts per day. But really, consistency is about a regular cadence more than volume. So if you're going to post 5 to 6 times a day, then make sure that's a cadence that you can keep up with every day, not just 5 times a day, 1 time tomorrow, 0 times Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then come back with 12 posts on Tuesday, right? You want to build a cadence of your posting with some sort of regularity. The second form of consistency that not many people talk about is you got to be consistently on message. That's why when people look at what I do, they start to realize very quickly that I have 2 primary brands. I have a digital marketing agency, and I still have my financial education business. And as I'm building them simultaneously, I finally figured out how to build them separately, but at the same time with the same tactics and strategies using some automation that I'm going to share with you tonight. So I'm excited about that. The Financial Health Mentor brand, I can stick to only financial education on that brand. I don't have to continue to cross promote my digital marketing agency. And then I have the Local Biz Marketing Pros brand on Facebook, Instagram, soon to be LinkedIn. It's also on Twitter. But I'm going to show you tonight how I'm leveraging the content marketing to go to those brands respectively without cross-pollination. So I'm excited to share that with you. The third form of consistency is quality, right? You want to keep the same level of quality across your posts as well. So however you start, it's important that you start in a way that you're going to be able to maintain that, right? So for instance, one of my favorite forms of content is video. But the way I started my journey in video marketing, I started with simple cell phone videos. Why? Because I always had my cell phone with me. I didn't want to start out with a backdrop, green screen, heavy editing and all of that stuff, because I knew that wouldn't allow me to be as consistent with the volume of videos that I like to produce if I have to wait until I'm in front of all of that stuff to put out a piece of content. I just didn't want to do it. So I started humbly with a cell phone. I try to get the best lighting that I can, and I just go for what I know. Hopefully the message in the video overshadows the lack of video production and quality sometimes. So when you think about content, you got to think about your regular cadence and the volume that you post. Think about the message that you want to send and to stay consistently with that message. And then think about the quality of the content that you're putting out and making sure that you can remain consistent in that area as well. We talked a little bit in the preliminary about choosing one platform to master and dominate. For me, it has always been Facebook, right? But I'm going to talk to you about how to choose a platform. And here's the simple way to choose the right platform for you. Communication style matters. How you communicate primarily matters when it comes to choosing a platform. For instance, if you do not like to be on camera and be doing videos, then YouTube is probably not your platform. Now, I can show you some ways that you can leverage YouTube without being on camera, but if that's just not your primary way that you like and enjoy to communicate, then you want to build a platform around your primary way of communication. So you've got video, you've got audio, you've got pictures, and you've got the written word. How do you like to communicate most? Do you like to talk like I do? Do you like to write? Can you tell a story with pictures? Do you like to be in front of the camera and doing video, right? One of the reasons I like video is because I'm somewhat lazy, right? I don't like to have to think about organizing my words. I'm not a great speller, so it literally takes me forever to write something when I can do it in a 2 or 3 minute video with the snap of my fingers, right? With ease. The other reason that you want to consider how you like to communicate is this. You want to have fun on your entrepreneurial journey, right? Writing for me is like pulling teeth. If I had to communicate and build my brand through a blog of some sort where I was responsible for doing the writing, there's no way I would be as consistent as I am with doing videos because it's just not fun for me. And the things that we do that we have fun doing lends to us being the most consistent with those things. So do some deep diving, evaluate how do you really like to communicate? Do you just want to share a bunch of pictures and short captions and things of that nature? Then great, do that. Do you like to use your voice but don't want to be on camera? Then recording voice clips, podcasting and things of that nature can work for you, right? If you like to write, long form platforms like LinkedIn is good for long form article writing. Blogging is good for long form article writing. Facebook even allows some long form article writing. If that's your thing, then do that. And don't let anybody else tell you why you got to be doing something else. With the exception of this, all of these platforms are rewarding video content. So if you want the best bang for your buck, then learning how to do some sort of video, whether you're in front of the camera or not, can take your brand a lot farther, a lot faster than almost any other form of content. Last but not least, before we jump into the screen share, I've got to go here with you guys as well. Personal page versus professional page. And that is usually the case on Facebook, Instagram. I think LinkedIn has a paid a profile versus free, but especially on Facebook and Instagram. The major difference is this, guys. When I'm building on a business page, I am lining up with what the platform wants me to do with that tool. One of the reasons a lot of people can't get the traction for their business that they want to get is because their personal profile looks like a business page and Facebook knows it, and they will not reward it. You're posting content, you're sharing links. Facebook don't want to see that on your personal profile page. And it's hard to get traction that way. That's exactly what the business page is for. But I know the challenge because I went through this challenge myself. Back in 2016, I started a daily live stream called Talking Money in the Morning Live. And I did it on my personal profile. And it got to a point where I would have anywhere between 50 and 100 people jumping on with me live every morning. But what I also realized is that on my personal profile, Facebook doesn't show me any analytics about who's tuning in, how long they're staying on, what the engagement is like, or any of that stuff. So I got some coaching, and someone said, man, you got to focus on building on your business page if you want those analytics. So I told everybody on Thursday and Friday that, hey, the Talk of Money in the Morning live show is moving to my business page, Financial Health Mentor page. I need y'all to come hang out with me over there. And everybody's like, cool, 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 cool. So come the following Monday, I'm live, 7 a.m., just like I told everybody I would be on my business page. But guess what? Nobody showed up, right? Why? Because they were looking for me on my personal profile. And eventually I did that 2, maybe 3 episodes with nobody showing up. And I went back to the personal page because that's where the engagement was. Do not make that mistake. Hold to your guns, build on your business profile if you're trying to build a profitable and sustainable online business. So eventually the second go round, I did it. I stuck with it long enough on my business page, even though nobody was showing up. I stuck with it long enough till they started to miss me. And they was like, hey, where you at? I'm like, hey, I'm on my business page where I told you I would be. And eventually everybody started to follow me over there. And I do most of my posting on that page when it comes to the financial education business. So if you guys got any questions, you can unmute yourselves, post your questions in the comments, and we'll address them. But I'm going to go ahead and set up some live streaming real quick, or some screen sharing real quick, and just kind of let you guys look over my shoulder as I get some content together for you guys. All right. So let me share my screen. I'm going to give you a ton of resources. Don't worry about that. But if you got questions about seeing me work a resource in action, let me know, and I will share that. All right. So let's share screen. All right. So one of the things that I try to make sure that I do is on my social media pages. So this is my new personal profile, right? If I go here, I like to use a cover photo that at least tells people that I am in business right now. This is probably the only business content that I put on my personal profile outside of my bio. But your bio is cool, because if you can put the company you work for in your bio, then certainly if you are in your own business, you work for your own company, so you can put your own contact information in there. So I recommend some sort of cover photo that says who you are and what you do, right? Also, this bio is valuable content, right? I help local service businesses optimize their online presence and increase their lead flow, less chat, right? Also, I'm able to put on my profile that I am the owner at, and I tag my business page, Local Biz Marketing Pros, right? Again, another ode to what I do, right? And then it says where I'm from, and then it allows me to put in the other assets there. You guys should be using all of this real estate if you're building a brand. So I'm able to put my Instagram handle in there, the Twitter handle, and then also my website goes there as well. Another place that you can put some content is in your featured images. This used to be a nice square image. I don't like the Instagram story size image as much, but it is there for you to use. Nevertheless, I'm going to go over to the business page and pop over here, and you'll see a very similar theme when I go to my business page. Come on. I know, there we go. All right. So this is the business page right here, right? Financial Health Mentor. If I go in there, you guys will see that it's got 121,000 followers. And then I don't know if you guys noticed, but Facebook is doing something new with profiles and letting your business page follow your profiles, right? I have a free mastermind that I invite people to. They can text keyword there. I'm probably going to update that bio to speak more in lines with this, which is I help ambitious people like you start, manage, and grow a profitable financial education business online. So how do I leverage content, right? One of the things that you want to get very familiar with is canva.com. So one of the first things that I'm going to do is ask you to either come off mute and tell me what your business is, or put it in the comments, because I got a ton of content that I can share with you based on the industry that you're in. So if you want to unmute yourself and tell me the industry that you're in and what you're going to be sharing content about, and I can probably share some free tools and resources with you specific to your industry. Either comment in the chat, or it's quicker if you just come off mute and just say who you're targeting and what industry are you working in right now. Don't be shy unless you guys are
financial education field.
Typing. Okay, so financial education. So I'm going to grab something for you specifically, and I shared this with you in one of our other private conversations, but I'm going to share something different if I can. Anybody else? While I'm looking, I'm going to share this with you, Trig. And this is good for everyone as well, right? So this right here is 100 motivational quotes. Motivational quotes do really well, especially if you don't go overboard with the branding. People love to share things that make them feel great. So I didn't mention this early on, but the key to good content marketing is value. So let me grab this this template link right here. So what this does is, and I'm gonna put it in the chat for you guys. So you need to click on it right now. If you have a Canva account, it's just gonna ask you to open it up in Canva. It's gonna say, hey, Thornton Online Marketing has shared some content with you for editing purposes, right? So what happens is, the way I shared that with you in Canva, now these 100 motivational quotes are ready to be edited. So what I would tend to do is all I want to do is add my handle, right? So I'm going to add some text. Now you can get as granular with the branding of these as you can, but keep in mind, you want your content to be shared. And the more you brand it, the less people are likely to share it, because frankly, people are haters. And if it's got your name on it, they won't share it as quickly as they would. So what I would do is I'm going to do at Local Biz Marketing Pros. I'm going to change the color so that it is white. And I'm just going to move it down here in the corner. And what I found to be pretty cool and still gets a lot of the content shared is if I change the transparency and kind of fade that out to where it's like a watermark. where it's not so obvious, right? So I do that, and then I'm going to copy this because I'm going to use the same thing on all of these. So basically, boom, that looks good to me as it is. But if I wanted to change this image out, I easily could, right? But I'm not going to do that for the sake of this training. So what I would then do is I would just go down this entire list of 100. And I would just pop that little watermark brand in there. Now, this could easily be your logo if you wanted to go that route. So I'll give you an example. If I wanted to pull in one of my logos, let's say I wanted to pull in this one, I would do the same thing. I would drop it over in the corner. And I would fade it out a little bit, kind of like that. And then I would just continue to do that all the way through all of these. Now I got 100 pieces of content that I could post every day for the next 100 days. And it could be as simple as quote of the day, right? And I share a quote. Why compare yourself with others? No one in the entire world can do a better job of being you than you. Oh man, that's going to get shared a bunch of times, right? So now what I would do is I would simply go over here and I would hit download. In this case, I'm not going to download all 100. I'm just going to download the first one. All right, hit download. And then I'm just going to go to, now there's a couple things that you can do. Because I encourage everybody to build on their business page and not a personal page, I can use Facebook's Creator Studio to schedule some of these posts. All right, so let me see. Where that tool is. And I'll show y'all what we are with it. My page. Give me 1 second, because this is a new interface from Facebook.
Is it business suites down further?
Did you see it down there?
Yeah. Keep going.
There you go, Meta Business Suite. So now, because I'm on a business page, I can go to the Meta Business Suite and then I can schedule this post. So you'll see that I have both my Financial Health Mentor Facebook page and then my Financial Health Mentor Instagram page. So now, basically it says, hey, what do you want to do? I want to create a post. Then it says, boom, I want to create the post on Facebook and Instagram at the same time, right? What I want to do, I want to add a photo. Boom, boom. Now, technically, I should have put at Financial Health Mentor versus Local Biz Marketing Pros. And that's what I'm working out with the different brands and trying to make sure that I build separately on those. But nevertheless, so I've got the post in there and I would then go ahead and put my text in there. And one of the things that I like to do to increase engagement is keep it really simple. I'm just going to say agree or disagree, question mark, right? And then it asks me, what do I want to do? Do I want to publish now, or do I want to schedule it for later? Of course, if I schedule it for later, calendar comes up and boom, I can do that. Shows me what it's going to look like on mobile, as well as what it looks like on desktop, right? Then I'm just going to go ahead and push this out and publish it. Boom. Now, that's great, right? But how many guys know there's always good, better, best, right? So your published post is going to Meta, get the Meta mobile suite. So now they're asking me, do I want to get this on my phone? In which case I already have it on my phone, right? So it's done. And now it's going to show me the calendar view of what I've been doing here recently. And boom, that's what it looks like. And then I can just continue to schedule out this content. However, I also want to post to Google My Business. I also might want to post to LinkedIn, might want to post to Twitter, might even want to post to Facebook, Instagram, Google My Business, LinkedIn, and Twitter. So some of the tools that you could use can give you a little bit more latitude. So let's go back into Canva. And this time, I'm going to put, you cannot change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight. So now I'm going to download this one. I'm going to show you another tool that I like to use. It's part of our business suite of tools that we offer here at Local Biz Marketing Pros. So I'm going to hit download again. And I know this is not all pages. This is just page number 2. I'm going to download page number 2, hit download. And then I'm going to go into my post scheduling tool. So here's something that's cool about our post scheduling tool. Not only can I post to my Instagram and my Facebook at the same time, but I can also post into my groups and pages at the same time, in addition to other platforms. So inside of this app, that's part of our tool suite at the Black Biz Success app, Local Biz Marketing Pros, you'll see that I have 13 different destinations that I can post to all at the exact same time, right? I can post to my LinkedIn business page, my LinkedIn personal profile, my other LinkedIn business page. I've got a podcast page, my Local Biz Marketing Pros Instagram, my Financial Health Mentor Instagram. I can post to all of these different places at one time. So let's go over and open up the post planner. We're on Thursday the 21st. I'm going to go ahead and schedule this to show up tomorrow. Now it says select an account that I want to post to. I'm going to go here and say, I want to post this to my Local Biz Marketing Mastermind group. I want to post it to the Cortez Hustle Show page, Financial Health Mentor on Instagram, and also Financial Health Mentor on Facebook, right? So those are the pages that I'm setting up the post to. I'm going to choose a picture. Now this time I'm using a different tool. So the first thing I have to do is upload the picture into the tool. I'm going to go ahead and upload that picture. Once it pops in, I double tap and boom, there's the picture. Now, agree or disagree. There's the post. Now, here's something else that's special about using various tools. I can also post the first comment. So what could I do in the first comment? I could do things like a call to action, right? And because this is to my financial health mentor page and my group, the first comment could be, I don't know who's looking to change their finances, but checking out the extra digit movement just might help. And then I can say, click here. Mentor.com. Boom. So now I'm posting, agree or disagree, soliciting engagement, and adding the first comment to the post as well, right? And since this is Financial Health Mentor, I'm going to take out the Cortez Hustle Show and just keep it on brand. There we go. So now it's going to post to Facebook and Instagram, and it's going to all three places, but I can't put a first comment inside a group. I can put it on my page and on my Instagram. So there we have it. I hit post. Do I want to post it now or schedule it for later? I want to schedule it for later, which is 7/22. Drop down here, and I'm going to say I want to post it at 6:03 in the morning, schedule, and boom. I go to my calendar view now, you can see that I have that post scheduled. Now, here's what's cool. This is what I mean by being efficient and being productive, right? I can then also take this same post and duplicate it. Then I can go to, if I wanted to put that follow-up comment back in there, I could. I can then go here, schedule it, and say, I want that post to show up next in September on the 9th, a Friday. At what time? 6:55 a.m. Schedule. Boom. And now I got it scheduled in 2 different places, right? So if I go over to September, come on. Boom, there that post is. So as you get into the groove of this thing, you can start setting up your post calendar for months at a time and constantly have good quality content showing up over and over and over again. Now, I've just given you 100 quotes, but it doesn't have to stop there. I literally have tons and tons and tons of additional content for you, but I also want to share with you some resources. Before I do that, I just want to pause and see if you guys have any questions whatsoever.
Is that an add-on to High Level, to that platform?
It's included, but you have to go and make sure you turn it on in all of your sub accounts.
Okay.
And if you don't know how to do that, let me know. I'll show you how to do it.
Okay.
But yeah, it's an amazing tool. And if you start building accounts for your customers, this is a cool way that you can add done for you social media management as a service, Cam. Because
Yeah,
you
that's
can
dope.
set up a sub account for your client. They connect their social accounts. I'm going to show you some resources where you can go get some content from. You go and get that content and you schedule it on their social media accounts for 30 days at a time. And I've seen social media management go for posting on one platform once or twice a week for $150 all the way up to $600 per month. And you could literally get this done, schedule it out, and maybe an hour, and you're done. You go into Canva and you adjust the graphics, put their logo on there, change the color so it's on brand with their graphics, and boom, schedule that stuff out, and your work is done for the entire month. How cool is that?
That's pretty dope. I wouldn't even have to use that other one, so you can actually save a little bit of money with that.
Absolutely. And now I still have Content Studio, which I'm going to show you. Content Studio does one thing that ours does not do yet, but it's coming. But because I already have some stuff set up in there, I decided not to get rid of Content Studio just yet. Any other questions though before we move on about general branding, marketing, how we're using content, Canva, any of those things? All right, I just want to make sure no one is typing their question as well.
I was actually typing it. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead, April.
So I have a web development and design company. So with me using content that's already pre-made or templated, when one of my niches is custom designs, custom graphics, do you think it would still work for my company that way?
Absolutely, because what you're doing is you're taking a template and you're customizing it to match their brand. So the template starts off as generic, but you have your customer's brand palette, their color palette. So you're going to change everything so that it matches their colors. You're going to watermark their logo on there. So you are actually customizing it. And from your graphic design background, you're going to be able to see some things that you can do really quickly to some of these templates and make them stand out even more. I just don't have that design eye, but you can see something like, hey, if I just put 2 lines right here, that's going to make that pop. I don't have that eye, but you do. So it is actually customizing. You're just starting from a template, which is going to save you a ton of time. Does that make sense?
It does. And thank you for that explanation.
Cool, cool, cool. So I'm going to share with you guys some of my favorite tools. And like I said, I've got some stuff that you're going to get in an email tomorrow, along with a replay that's going to really give you some good info. But let me just show you this while we're here. So I'm just logging into one of my favorite platforms for additional content. And I'm going to give you this other one as well. All right. So if you are going to purchase content, I'll give you this resource right here. So one of my favorite resources is Virality. So what Virality does is they have a ton of this content already put together. So here is a social media and content pack. Here is a real estate pack, personal wealth and investment pack, digital marketing pack, mindset and motivation, all content pack. If you know people who are in the health related fields, there's holistic health packs. And I'm going to show you what some of these assets actually look like. And then there's one for spiritual as well. So let me go here and just open that in a new tab. And a lot of times these graphic packs start at $29 per month. And you'll get 3 additional social media packs if you sign up. And I'm going to show you what a social media pack consists of. So if I go here to personal wealth and credit articles and ebooks pack, I'm going to go ahead and open that up. Here's what's included. I'm going to get a Dropbox folder. I'm going to get these different ebooks on 11 actionable steps to attain financial freedom, laws of wealth creation, the full guide to credit repair, get out of debt now, and the only guide you'll need for getting out of debt. So these are ebooks that I bought, and just so you know that you're actually buying what's called private label rights, meaning when I download or access this guide, I'm going to be able to put my name on it as the owner. And the cool thing about it is this template is also built in Canva. So now I have a fully customizable ebook built in Canva that I can quickly come in here and edit. And now I got me a great lead magnet, right? So if you are in the financial education space and you understand the power of lead magnets, giving away some value so that giving away some value in exchange for a name and email address, or in exchange for the ability to open up or start a conversation, then this is how you do it, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this link for those of you who are in the financial space, and I'm going to share it with you. Now you can go into this same Canva platform. Let's see, financial freedom ebook link. And then if I open this up just a little bit, I'll just show you some quick little edits that you might want to consider. So one, I might want to put my name on here as the author, right? I might want to change this picture out and put a different picture in there. It's totally up to you, right? I might want to go through it and then come back and add a table of contents. I don't know, but it's completely up to you. So maybe I add my website on each page. I'm gonna go here. And what's cool about Canva is they got the color palette. Boom. And I can make that link clickable too. Oh, wait a minute. Let me make sure I did that right. There we go. So now the link is clickable. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to change the color so that it matches. And it's telling me, here are all the colors that are already in this document. So it's easy for me to match it up. I'm just going to put it right there. Or maybe I'll make it that color. And then I'm going to copy it so I can just scroll it and put it down at the bottom of every page. And I'm just going to go down. So now when I give this away as an ebook, and maybe they give it to somebody else or they give it to somebody else, that just looks ugly because of that picture. So I'm going to skip that page. Skip that page. Down here like that. So now I'm branding the ebook. Now it's got my brand on it. People can click on there and actually go to my website and learn a little bit more about what we do. And as you can see, we're already on page 15, so it's a decent size ebook at 16 pages. Boom. Now all I have to do is download it. Save it as a file. So I hit download. I want to download it as a PDF so it can't be changed anymore. And boom. For a couple dollars, I got me an ebook from Virality that I can use in my marketing. Any questions about that? And I think that might have been one of those packs was like 30 bucks or something. Wow, I have definitely been working harder, not smarter. This information is so valuable. I appreciate that so much because this is why we do it. So that's pretty dope. Let me show you guys another one. So that was the ebook pack. Let me show you personal wealth and the social media pack. So let's open this one up and I'll show you guys this. If you guys got any questions, go ahead and post them in the comments or unmute yourself if you guys got any questions. So here, these are infographics. One is for the free version of Canva. One is for the pro version of Canva. Then, in addition to the infographics, they also give us a Word document with captions and hashtags that go with each document. In addition to that, you've got your personal wealth quotes. You've got your personal wealth stories for IG and Facebook, but it doesn't stop there. You got 10 animated graphics. You got cryptocurrency, investing and kids, financial freedom, financial advisor, growth or value stocks, credit repair, financial coach, financial freedom, success quotes. So let's just go to this investing for kids real quick. Let's show you how this works. So again, this is a template, and I'm just going to use the template, and I'm going to share this all with you guys in email so you guys can get this. So basically, this is what's called a motion graphic. So if I hit play, this is what it looks like. So that's 29 seconds of why should kids invest. And then when I go to the last couple pages, this is where it gives me the option to put my brand on there. So I just double click, go right here. Financial health mentor, reduce the size so it all fits on one line. And bring it down right there. And because it's a video, I don't have to worry about making it clickable. But then when I go back and just take it back a little bit, and play it closer to the end, you'll see it's just going to bring my website in now. Bang. So to April's point, some of us are working too hard because we're trying to build all of this stuff, and there's ways that you can access a lot of this stuff, switch up the branding just a little bit. So for instance, these are not my colors, right? So I pulled in my logo for Financial Health Mentor. Come on, I don't want it to take up the whole picture. All right, so I pull in my logo for Financial Health Mentor. Then all of a sudden, Canva is going to give me my color palette. So when I go to change this background, for instance, oh, it's not giving me my color palette for some reason. All righty. No, it is not. Normally, Canva will pull it in, right, and match up my colors. For whatever reason, it's not matching up. Let me pull in another one of my logos and just see something. See if it brings in my colors from this one. All right. See, it did it for this one, and maybe this is it right here. So now these are my colors that go with this logo. So I might want to change that background color to match my logo. And this is what I mean by creating the branded experience for your clients, April. So you started with a template, but when you start putting their logos in and stuff like that and changing the colors, then man, you can really take it to a whole nother level, right? The other thing I like about Canva is when I go to change a color and I change that to green or brown, let's see. Wait a minute. If that color exists in any other places, it'll say, hey, do you want to change all of the places that this is blue to this color? And I hit change all, and you notice it changed all of the pages within this video to match. So that's how quickly you can edit and really customize these things for your client. Canva makes it super duper easy, right? So any questions on some of the other assets that are available? So they gave me 10 animated video templates, so covering all of these financial topics right here: tax planning, financial stability, money quotes, success quotes, financial freedom. Like, they really, really help you with your content. Any questions? The other reason I still have Content Studio, Cam, is because Content Studio does something very unique. And we are going to model this in our social media posting app, but they have this thing called recipes. Let me see if I can find it. And basically what your recipes are is, so inside of my Facebook group, I said, I want every Friday at 6 a.m., I want this post to show up in my Facebook group to remind people that it's Freedom Fridays and they can post whatever they want. And I have this set up in my group for every day of the week. So these are called recipes, right? Another recipe that I have set up is, I'm a huge fan of the Social Proof podcast. So this platform allows me to go get the RSS feed from the YouTube channel. And every time the Social Proof Podcast posts a new episode, it automatically posts to my social media. And I can determine which page I want it to go on. So if I look at this one, for instance, this one is only going to my Black Biz Success Facebook page, right? That's called a recipe. So imagine when you really get your content plan together and you marry in scheduling a bunch of posts, you marry in creating 3 or 4 recipes that's pulling in content from your favorite YouTube channel, your favorite blog, your favorite online magazine that you know drops dope articles once or twice a week. Now your feed is staying super, super active with value-based content because you're learning how to use the right tools and resources, right? So that's why I still have Content Studio, Cam, even though we have our own social media post scheduler. So questions, comments, observations, anything related to branding, marketing, content, any of the tools or resources that we've covered today, talk to me, people.
Is that what is it called? Vitality?
Virality.
Yeah, is that one the same as PLR?
It is very similar because you have private label rights. Once you go and rebuild this stuff in Canva, then yeah, you can put your name on it as if you own it. Yep. So it's very similar, not in a traditional sense because everything is built in Canva, but you can rewrite any of the content just in Canva, just like you would if it was a Word doc or anything else.
Okay, yeah, because that one looks better. It looks like it goes directly to Canva too, so that's pretty cool.
It does. It makes it super easy to edit those ebooks.
Yeah.
And when you buy an ebook pack from Virality, you normally get 4 to 6 different ebooks. And technically, you can put them all together and make one master book if you wanted to. If they're all 15 pages or so, you got 5 of them. Now you got a 75-page ebook. And now it goes from a free giveaway to maybe you want to charge $10 for it.
That's good stuff there.
Yeah. Anybody else? Questions, comments, observations? The very last resource that I want to share with you is one Cam alluded to, which is a private label rights website. And you guys are going to get all of these links inside of the email that I send you out tomorrow with the access to the replay. But this is another tool that is great for coaches and consultants that can help you with content creation, right? Now, this is not so much in line with graphics, but they do have some graphics, some wallpapers and things of that nature. But this is more for written content. Look at all of these subjects that they have, these categories. So if you're in the health space, anxiety, depression, and panic attacks, confidence, self-esteem, and self-care. If you're in the life coaching space, business and marketing, career and job, dating and relationships, goal setting and achievement, inspirational graphics and raps, meditation, reflection, and journaling, money management, motivation and passion, natural health, parenting, saving and investing, self-improvement, stress management, success, wealth, and prosperity, time management and procrastination, weight loss, and fitness. These are the categories. And then within these categories, they have everything from ebooks to PowerPoints to blog posts and articles, affirmations and reflections. This is how sometimes I come up with show topics and ideas for the Cortez Hustle Show, right? I can come down here and I look at, this is what's called an affirmation and a reflection, right? I can come here and just look at the title, Learning from Mistakes of Others, right? Maybe this is not a podcast episode. Maybe I just go and read 2 or 3 bullet points from here, and it becomes a 2 or 3 minute Facebook Live where I'm just sharing some value, right? But if I go over here and I put on, in this category, I want to see checklists. So now it says there are 11 checklists that are in this category. And I look at the different checklists and I'm wondering to myself, can this checklist help the audience that I serve? Will this provide value to them, right? So for instance, this one right here says, resilience, 7 skills you need to walk through life with strength checklist. Boom. It'll cost me a couple credits. And by the way, when you sign up for this, they give you 12 free credits out of the gate. So it might cost you 1 credit to download this. But if I look at it, this is a checklist that is actually a 4-page, 5-page checklist. And I can either set this up in my autoresponder and have people opt in with their name, email address, and send it to them. I can read it myself and do a blog post on a podcast episode on resilience. I can do a, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-part series on resilience where I take one piece of one of these skills and just talk about that in 7 short videos. And now I can give away a video series as a lead magnet. It does not get any easier than this, right? So if you guys don't have any further questions, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. I wanted to show you some resources when it comes to content marketing and how you can use Facebook, the Meta Resource Center to post and schedule your content out. There's other post and content schedulers out there that you can use to schedule to even more places all at once. There are tons of resource websites that sell bundles of content that you can use and edit in Canva, everything from ebooks to quote cards to stories, the whole 9 yards. And I hope this blessed your spirit, it blessed mine from a sharing with you concept. If you guys got any questions about any of this stuff, don't hesitate to reach out. I did promise that each and every single one of you will have access to get a free marketing strategy session with Local Biz Marketing Pro. So let me grab you this link for you to go out to our website and schedule your free session. You can grab it here, but of course, it's also going to be in the follow-up email with access to the replay for this as well. Any questions, comments, final thoughts? Do me a favor. If you learned something today, say so, right? Let me know if you got any value out of this today, and we'll wrap this thing up.
I'm just literally sitting here ready to jump off and jump on to the schedule and start putting some stuff together. Like, really, I've been doing all this stuff in Photoshop and Adobe Premiere Pro, things like that. This is so much, a lot more simple than that.
Good. Well, I'm glad you got value out of it. And you are doing very high-end stuff, and you keep doing that when necessary. But sometimes there's a volume play that I like that says, hey, I'm going to spend 2 hours and I'm going to go through all 100 of those infographics, and I'm going to post my picture in the side at the bottom of it. I'm going to add quote of the day banner at the top. I'm going to put my logo down there, and I'm going to do that for all 100 of them. And then I'm going to schedule one a day for the next 100 days. And that might take me 2 hours to do. But once it's done, I don't have to think about social media again. And that's the power in batch creating content and scheduling your content in that manner. And then making sure that you have a call to action with the content. I would subscribe to the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time, I'm giving pure value, not asking for a sale, not asking you to buy anything, just loving on you, just building that relationship. 20% of the time, it's a straight pitch post. It is, hey, my website services are on sale. Hey, sign up for my all-in-one digital marketing platform. Hey, come join me on this webinar, right? But 80% of the time, it's just pure value. I just want to build relationships with dope online marketers, dope entrepreneurs. And even if they can't use my services, because I share so much value, I come to mind when they want to refer me to other people, right? That's how April and I connected. So any other questions, comments, observations? Man, anybody else learn anything?
Hey, that's some good stuff, man. I appreciate this. I got to get back on scheduling my posts and stuff. I paused the content creation or content studios one, so now I'm gonna jump back on the other platform.
Yeah, I would like Content Studio is great if you're not going to be using any of those recipes. And I would just say go with the one in your own platform and just bang that out, man. Add all of your groups, all of your social. Right now we do Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Google My Business. So, and Facebook groups. So you can add all of your groups, all of your profiles, and schedule that stuff out like crazy, man. It's literally, sometimes the hardest thing to do is actually sit down and plan it out. But if you take time to plan it out, say, okay, Cortez gave me access to 50 infographics around wealth building. Boom. I'm gonna edit these and make sure that they all are branded to my colors. If I'm using my picture on them, great. If not, if I'm throwing my logo in, great. If not, if I'm just adding my website at the bottom of each one of them, I'm going to brand them and customize them to me. And then I'm going to take the time to schedule them all so that they show up. And then if you use some of the ones that have the caption already put together, shoot, man, you really in there.
Yeah, that's some good stuff. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. No problem. Anybody else? All right. Well, I wanted to make sure that we got done within 90 minutes or less, and I think we did it. So be on the lookout tomorrow for an email from me with the links to these various assets that you guys can access, and just go to work. When you get it, go to work, right? And you're going to be surprised at how much engagement that you create on your pages. And I would say this, get in the habit of engaging with everybody that engages with you. If they like it, great. Go and send them a message and say, hey, thank you for engaging with my content. If they leave a comment, ask them how they're doing. Ask them a question that solicits another comment. You can build a conversation and start building a relationship right in the comment thread. If they share it, you're going to get notifications that they shared it. Anytime somebody shares my stuff, I go to their page and I post a comment in my content that they shared. It says, hey, thank you so much for sharing this. And I try to create a dialogue with them there on that page too. You can never have too many relationships, ladies and gentlemen. So build, build, build. All right. So I appreciate you guys all. You're going to get linked to the calendar. So take advantage of your free digital marketing strategy session and website audit. Because you guys know we do the SEO and all that kind of stuff. And I want to help you guys win no matter what. So till I talk to you next time, I want you to get your money up because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every single one of you. Now,